And welcome back, everyone, to the losers set here for the FX Open Invitational Series Group N. I am Unstable, joined here by Railkin. We're going to go into it FXOIS up against Acer'Scarlett. We're going to be on Daybreak for game number 1 for this CVZ. Remember, the winner of this set does move on into the final match to play against IM's first, which Scarlett fell to 1-2 in the first set. But loser goes home, so let's see how we go. We got Scarlett up here at the top right-hand corner as our purple Zerg. And I just have to swap that. There we go. Alright. There we go. Going for a hatch first in a pool with gas. And down here at the bottom left, we have FXOIS doing exactly the same thing. So we are going to have a macro ZVZ here, Relkin.
Yep, that's what it looks like. We'll see how it works out. They pretty much mirrored each other to the T. Their drone counts are pretty much the same. Though Scarlett just does have one more drone somehow. And she's going to have another drone somehow. So she's sneaking out a few more drones. They haven't really...
There's a Zerglings. There's two Zerglings on the field.
Oh, okay, he made the two Zerglings. That's how. I'm just looking at this and I'm like, how does she have two more drones? But it's just pretty normal opening, and we're just going to have to wait and see what the two players do. Scarlett is going for quick Zergling speed, while Sirius does have his own on the way. It looks like it's just going to be a little bit slower.
That's definitely true. He's going to try and get this one drone, but nice control here by Scarlett. Going to keep that alive on 8 health. And now, both of them getting for the Zergling speed. Scarlett's a little bit quicker overall, and is now 2 drones up. Actually, did he make more Zerglings? No? Just
no. She's been 2 drones up for a while now.
Okay. But we do have a Baneling nest going down now for Scarlett. Where is that planted? Down in the natural. As she's throwing, pushing off as an overrun. Yeah, it's an interesting spot. It could just be to try and rattle Sirius if he comes back through, but she did just kill his scouts, so it's probably not going to happen. With the Overlords do need to be in a better spot here for Sirius in case that Queen comes out, as it has been spotted now by Scarlett's first 2 Zerglings. We do have a Baneling nest on the way here for Sirius at the same time, and both of them trying to get out as many drones as they can, while we do see Sirius probably dead even, if not a little bit ahead as we see these extra drones come out. But 12 Zerglings are on the way now for Sirius. We're going to start putting on a little bit of aggression. It is going to be spotted now here by Scarlett, though, as she comes in with these Zerglings. Spinecrawler going down for Sirius now compared to the Evolution Chamber. So it's a very even game.
He's used that Evolution Chamber with the Baneling Nest to kind of wall off this ramp a little bit. There's just a very small gap between the hatchery and the Baneling Nest for units to pass through. And she's going to block that off with the Spinecrawler, so now units are going to have to pass around through the mineral line. And she does have the one Baneling sitting there on the defensive, so she's in a position where she can defend against a lot of units incoming. And it looks like she's just going to try and use that to drone up really hard. She does have a pretty good drone advantage right now because of it. 7 drones up on Sirius, and is making more Banelings. Those are most likely going to be, again, defensive Banelings, because she has been throwing in a lot of extra drones so far.
Oh, almost gets caught there, and Sirius is going to have a hard time really dealing with a lot of these Banelings now. Banelings for Sirius himself, but I don't like his position here. We got a lot of Banelings streaming out here now for Scarlett, but actually going to catch all the Zerglings here for Sirius. We got more Banelings coming in from the right-hand side, but that Spinecrawler is up, and we do have the drones being pulled, so that is going to be completely thwarted here by Scarlett. Very nicely done. And looking at the resources left, that definitely went in her favor. We got more Banelings being morphed at the top of the ramp as well. And catching a couple of the Banelings being morphed at the same time. So now Scarlett is up 12 Zerglings, pretty even on the work account though. And is getting +1 attack for her Zerglings as well. And this is going to be a little bit frustrating for Sirius as the counterattack comes through. If it does, we do see more Banelings coming in for Sirius. But trading Banelings for Banelings there, still not going the way Sirius wants it to.
That was pretty close to even trade there, but he was already behind after that first engagement, so he didn't want an even trade. So that was pretty good for Scarlett. She's had the higher drone count for quite a while, but Sirius did manage to even it out during that engagement. Now he's on the back foot, just trying to defend against the counterattack. If he can, this will be pretty good for him, because he did manage to even out the drone count, even throughout all of that. But Scarlett is microing pretty well in these Zergling Baneling fights. And she does have these 4 morphing here, but they're spread out, so he can't even really try and trade 3 Banelings for the 4, which is something that could happen while they're morphing there if they're all in the same spot. But she keeps running in and getting good trades on these Banelings with her Zerglings. She keeps causing them to blow up on one Zergling. So Sirius's control is not quite the best right now, and if this continues, she's going to be able to possibly push in here and try and do some damage.
Well, it's not so much control. You can only really send ones that Baneling out at a time. But Scarlett's just been slotting that down with nice link control. We do have a Spire on the way now here for FOSirius, though, compared to the third base for Scarlett. And looking at the units tab, 51 drones to 50. Both of them very, very even in this. But Scarlett will take an advantage with that extra base if it's not dealt with shortly by Sirius, or Sirius doesn't take his own third base. The Spire is in the natural, which having a quick look at Scarlett's vision, has no clue about what's going on. There's the third base going down for Sirius at the same time. He's come in and actually tried to do something against this third, but there's two Spine Crawlers just hanging out here, waiting for the creep to stop. And whoop, we got a little bit of an engagement in the middle of the map, but he's actually going to get in here and scout what's going on. Unless that one Baneling takes that, no, there is going to be two more Zerglings get straight into the main to see that there is no layer on the way at all. So he's going to be...
There's a layer in the natural already for Scarlett. But the thing is, she's got no tech from that layer. She's still on just Zerglings and Banelings right now. There's no Roachwarren, there's no Spire. So this is actually a pretty good position for Sirius if he can hold on to this. Oh, he's actually trying to chase down these Banelings, just hit them with one of his to do a lot of damage. Does manage to connect on 4 of those, and now a follow-up Baneling could actually kill a lot of these from Scarlett. She has to be really careful here. Her Banelings are getting taken out here. She's got to take better care of these units, and she is trying to go straight into the infestation pit, but this is a very risky build in Zerg vs. Zerg. Mutalisks are already on the way, and if he gets a good number of mutas, it can be really difficult to hold this kind of shenanigans with just the infestors.
He's actually supply capped, which is actually going to cause a lot of problems here. He could have an extra 8 mutas on the field, 7 or 8 mutas on the field right now, but he's not, and that's really frustrating. Looking here, he also, he has the lava to do it, and there we go. Whoop, Baneling trade over at the third.
Yeah, so he's now finally adding those extra mutas, but like you said, since he got supply blocked, they're significantly later than what they normally would have been. And if those had come out as fast as possible, I think Scarlett would have been in a lot of trouble because the infestors aren't on the way yet. She's getting the energy first. There's a few queens, but not enough to deal with a good flock of mutas. He would be able to fly in, kill the mutas, and just start ripping apart the mineral lines. But now there are spore crawlers being made because she has gotten vision of these Mutalisks, and they're not going to do nearly as much damage as what they might have done previously.
Yeah, that's very true. We do see, oh, this one Baneling almost took out a whole heap of Zerglings there for Scarlett. We got more Zerglings streaming in. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage to this third base here, and might actually get it down. Yeah, it will die, absolutely, and that's going to be huge here for Scarlett. Already going to Hive as well, which I was pointing out on the camera earlier. The Zerglings will eventually get cleaned out, but that is huge for her. She can just play defensively against this. Sirius is getting 13 more drones to try and push ahead here, but with the Hive tech already out, this is going to be very, very dangerous for Sirius.
She has successfully got the infestors out on the field as well, which is normally really difficult to rush straight the infestors and survive. But she's managed to do it by sticking very aggressive with the Zergling and Banelings while teching up, trying to keep Sirius on the back foot while she's teching aggressively. And so far it's worked out pretty well. These
the mutas are going to get caught! Fungal them! Fuck, what? No!
Oh my god, I don't know why she didn't fungal those. That happened against first.
Oh, here we go, coming back again. But oh my god, he's actually going to lose all 3 of these infestors without a fungal going down. We've got infested Terrans going down. There we go, there's a final fungal, but it's not going to make a difference now, as they're going to be able to get away unless they turn around and actually attack that, which is strange.
Another fungal! Oh my god. But we saw Scarlett did the same thing against First, where she had a big opportunity to fungal all of the Phoenixes and just didn't do it. Those Mutalisks will finally die, but if she had thrown down a fungal the first opportunity, then she wouldn't have lost those infestors in return. Would be in a lot better spot. But she's already sitting in a pretty good situation right now. Her Hive tech is done. She is choosing to go for the Ultralisk cavern, which makes sense with what Sirius is doing, because he's got, well, Zerglings, Banelings, and Mutas, neither of which are going to be able to kill the Ultras in any reasonable amount of speed.
Yeah. That's very true. Sirius is extremely behind right now. He's actually supply capped as well. He's got quite a bit of bank, 1,500 minerals sitting here. And we do see the upgrades going +3 attack and adrenal glands for these Zerglings. They're going to be doing an insane amount of damage very shortly. Zerglings coming into this third base yet again. There is one infestor there with one Baneling. A Baneling gets a nice hit off, and a nice fungal there by the infestor, but isn't going to be enough. We've got no real units coming down. He needs to bring all those infestors down to help deal with this, as now we got a lot of these Zerglings just taking down the hatchery. It's going to fall again here, Railcoon.
Yeah, these upgrades are helping out a lot. These are +2 Zerglings. They do a lot of damage onto that hatchery. And now the roaches are going to go down as well. There are Ultralisks on the way. And normally I really don't like Ultralisks in this matchup, but she's managed to get herself into a position where they will work quite well. These Ultras in combination with the other units,
there we go. There's a fungal on all the mutas out here in the middle of the map. They're all going to die here, Relkun, as long as she actually continued to change.
One more fungal and she's got him. Yeah, there you go. Throws an extra one out just to be safe, but all those are dead. And now Sirius is in a position where he has to counterattack. He has to take everything he has and try and do damage now. She's aware of that fact, has a lot of units. She has these ultras out. You can't actually stop them from moving with the fungal growth. It just does the damage. Yeah. So it's going to be really difficult to stop this. And they're both throwing down infested parents on top of each other.
Well, it does pug out the ultra pathing, at least when they're in egg form. We do see a lot of roaches into the natural here for Sirius as well, but it's being shut down left, right, and center, as we expected it would be, and it looks like Scarlett's in a really strong position to take game number 1, just due to the continuous harassment on this third base. Sirius was never able to get it up. Even though he had the mutas, the Zergling control here by Scarlett has been really impressive. Was able to keep up and actually trade it effectively in pretty much every situation. Now has 4 bases compared to the 2 here. He's going to take down these middle rocks so quickly, considering he's got +3 attack.
She also did a really good job of trading with the banelings of Sirius. Almost every time she came in with her Zergling, except for that one near the end, she was killing the banelings with only losing 2 or 3 Zerglings. It was very good control. She also managed to catch a few of the banelings AFK from Sirius and just run a single Zergling into them and make them explode. So that really gave her a lot of control in the mid game and kind of what helped her just apply that constant pressure.
Yeah, here we go. We do see him, Scarlett coming up into this third base yet again. He's going to kill it again. We do have the fungals going down. Where are they? There we go. On all those roaches. The roaches are just being shredded. Of course, they are armored, remember, so the ultras just shred straight through them. We're going to see that third base go down, and it looks like that is going to be it. GG comes out from Sirius. Congratulations to Scarlett taking down game number 1. We'll be right back with game number 2, see how Sirius can bring it back. Stay with us.